Have you ever been drawn to Wicca but don't know where to start? Maybe you've seen fancy altars online, watched spell videos, or researched Sabbats. Maybe you've thought, this could be something I'm into. The truth is, starting your Wicca journey can feel overwhelming. There's hundreds of books, thousands of opinions, and a wide vast of information online. It's easy to feel like you're already behind when you just started. In today's video, I'm sharing 10 tips that I think every witch or Wiccan should know before starting their path. These tips aren't about becoming the perfect Wiccan. They're about building a strong foundation and creating a practice that's meaningful to you. Before we get into the main part of the video, if you enjoy Wicca-friendly beginner videos and other magical deep dives, hit the subscribe button and join our magical circle. One of the main mistakes I see beginners make is they only follow one author or one creator. Wicca as a whole is incredibly diverse. Different traditions have different beliefs and practices. Some people are solitary practitioners while others practice in a coven. Some work with deities while others do not. The main focus of Wicca is worshiping nature and following the seasonal changes. Reading several authors and listening to different perspectives helps you develop your own intuition and what fits right for you rather than copying and pasting someone else's practice. It's okay if two authors disagree on something. Wicca isn't about memorizing one correct way to practice. It's about learning, thinking critically, and discovering what resonates with you while respecting the religion and traditions. Never stop learning. Even people who've practiced for decades continue to learn. Tip number 2, focus on meditation. Meditation is one of the most important skills that you can develop as a Wiccan. Many people think meditation is about just clearing your mind, but that is only part of it. Meditation helps you to focus during rituals and strengthen your visualization, as well as helping you to ground and center. You don't need to meditate for an hour every day. Try focusing on your breathing while visualizing roots growing from your spine, or just simply sit quiet with nature. The more comfortable you become with meditation, the easier other practices become. If you need tips or a guide on how to meditate, I will leave a link down in the bio below. Check that out if you're interested. Tip number 3, spend more time with nature. The heart of Wicca is nature. You don't need to live deep in the woods to connect with nature. Take a walk through a local metro park. Watch the sunrise. You can sit outside during a full moon. Listen to the birds, as well as noticing the changing of the seasons. Notice how everything in nature changes throughout the year. The more you become familiar with the cycles of nature, the more familiar you become with the cycles of the Wiccan wheel of the year. Nature itself will become one of your greatest teachers. Tip number 4 is keep a book of shadows or some type of journal. Your book of shadows is your personal magic journal. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It doesn't even have to be handwritten. You can keep one on your iPhone. It doesn't have to look like the beautiful books you see online. It simply needs to just work for you. Write down all your spells, write down your tarot readings, write down any magical learnings that you gather while you're studying. As time progresses, you'll be able to look back on those writings and journal entries and see how much you've progressed and how much you have learned. You can write down things like correspondences, crystals. If you're finding any of these tips helpful, leave a like on the video and also leave a comment and let me know what tip you have for any beginner witches. I would love to hear everybody's tips. Tip number 5, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is simply learning to be present. Instead of rushing through your rituals or daily life, slow down. Notice your breathing. Notice your emotions. Notice the energy around you. Mindfulness helps strengthen your intuition because you're fully engaged in what is around you. It also reminds us that magic isn't only found in ritual. Sometimes it's found in watching a sunset, making tea, tending to the garden, or simply appreciating the world around us. Mindfulness turns ordinary moments into meaningful ones. Tip number 6 is connect with and study the elements. The elements are an important part in many Wiccans' practices. Earth represents stability, growth, and abundance. Air represents inspiration, communication. Fire represents passion, courage, and transformation. Water represents emotion, intuition, and healing. Spend time learning about each element. Notice which element you naturally feel more connected to. Learning about the elements deepens your understanding of correspondences, rituals, and your own spiritual path. Tip 7 is pick up some form of divination. Divination is a powerful way to self-reflect and also promote intuition. Tarot, which is the main form of divination that I use, is probably also the most well-known. But there are many other options, such as oracle cards, runes, pendulums, scrying, which I also use quite frequently. These are all examples of divination practices. Choose one that genuinely interests you. Take your time, practice regularly. Remember that divination is not about predicting every single aspect of the future. For many practitioners, including myself, it's a tool for reflection, guidance, and connecting with deity. Tip number 8. When you feel ready, do a dedication ritual. You might be wondering, what is a dedication ritual? A dedication ritual can be done for many things. You can do it to dedicate yourself to a certain deity. You can dedicate yourself to the Wiccan path. This is more of what I'm kind of talking about, is dedicating yourself to the Wiccan path. But absolutely do not rush. Do this when you feel ready and when you believe that this path is right for you. I would suggest building your practice a bit, celebrating a few Sabbats, honing meditation, and connecting with nature before you do this dedication ritual. Tip number 9. This is a non-magical tip, but it's don't compare your spiritual practice to others. Social media can be inspiring, but it can also be unrealistic. You may see elaborate altars, expensive tools, or people that say they know everything. Remember this, you are seeing the highlights of their work. Your spiritual journey is unique. Some people practice every day, others practice once a week. Some use lots of tools, some use none at all. None of these approaches automatically make someone a better witch or Wiccan. Focus on your own spiritual growth instead of comparing yourself to others. Alright, we're finally on the last tip, and the last tip is stay consistent. Consistency matters more than perfection. You don't need to perform spells every day. Read a few pages of a book, do a tarot spread, meditate for 10 minutes, or take a walk on a nature preserve. The more consistent you practice, the more confident you become in your work. Remember, Wicca is a lifelong journey of spiritual growth, learning, and self-discovery. There is no finish line, only the next lesson. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, hit the subscribe button to join our little circle to get more magical deep dives. We do videos on tarot, candle magic, and all things witchcraft and Wicca related. Also, let me know in the comments which of these tips do you think is the most important. And once again, stay magical, stay connected, and thank you for spending part of your journey here with me again. I will see you in the next video.